Hello. Today is January 10th, 2022, or so they say. I'll have the camera on Cosmo for a bit. Isn't he a handsome fella? I inherited him from a group of stray dogs I used to feed and hang out with, and that's a long story, but yeah, that's Cosmo. He'll be 2 next month. There's Biggie, and that's Tiger. Okay, so I wanted to talk about non-compliance. And in today's climate, that's a hot topic. People are resisting and not complying to certain mandates and regulations and rules. And more people are joining this force of not bowing down to this fictional authority. Because authority is fiction. It's a belief. It doesn't exist, nor does government. I was just listening to an audio book by the title of The Most Dangerous Superstition, and the topic was how authority and government aren't even real, but yet we let them control our lives. So we all need to get out of that mindset. We have to get away. We don't need government. We all need to be anarchists. And that doesn't mean going around pillaging and rioting and destroying property and harming beings. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that you own your sovereignty and you govern yourself and your communities. We don't need the big government in the picture. And so with this situation that's going on today, more and more people are seeing how evil the government is and how all they want to do is control us and use us so they can line their pockets with more and more money and have more and more digits on their computer screens. How sad is it when people are hoarding digits on computer screens? They don't even have any material things they're hoarding. It's obscene and absurd. And it's something we have to overcome and stop this madness. And it all starts with us. We have to quit going along with the program. And that's what it is. And we've all been programmed. We've all been trauma-based, mind-controlled since day one of this existence. And it's time for us to realize that and unprogram ourselves and reprogram ourselves the way we want to be. We have to learn to love and accept ourselves. And after that, then we can, change the world. It really is that easy, but it's not that easy to learn to love and accept yourself. And I've talked about it in other videos about a process that helps you make the unconscious conscious and to heal your emotional body, language lessons of the heart. And I will put a description probably in the comments for that video, for a group of videos on that topic. Good stuff. That's how I healed my emotional body, and I didn't even know that was something we needed to do. But what it means is it's a way for you to unprogram yourself, reprogram yourself, and learn to love and accept yourself. But I wanted to talk about how non-compliance doesn't stop with just not following these latest insane rules and mandates. It goes for the ones that we've had in the past, like some of the crazy laws that they have that people abide by just because they're laws. There have been studies done, and we've seen plenty of examples in the real world where people will go against their morals just because authority tells them to. That's where we have to stop, that's where we have to stop. If it's wrong, don't do it. It doesn't matter who tells you to do it. No one has authority over you. No one. You only have authority over yourself. And we have to get back to our sovereignty and start, taking control of this realm that we're living in. It is all up to us. We manifest this reality, and the reason the reality is the way it is now is because they have everybody living in fear and scarcity. And we have chaos because of that. Imagine if everybody lived in love and cooperation and compassion. Everything would change in a minute. And another way to change things, which goes along with not conforming and not complying, and that is to not buy things we don't need, and when we do need stuff, to buy it pre-owned if possible. It's a simple solution. And again, if everybody quit buying what they didn't need and started buying what they do need pre-owned, it would change the world in an instant. There's so many things we can do if we all get together and work on this, but the first thing we can do individually is be sovereign beings and not comply with things that don't make sense or that are against our morals. Just stop already. That's what I did back in 2016. I quit my job because I decided I wasn't going to pay taxes anymore because taxes are immoral. What the U.S. government does with your tax money. And whatever the consequences, I don't care. I don't have any fear. But my team, my spiritual team, they have my back. I'm not worried about any consequences because I know what I'm doing is right. So, there's simple things that we can all do to get out of this mess that we're in. And so many people feel so obligated to do whatever society decides they should do because it's what their authority tells them to do. And there is no authority. So that's a big issue, and it's something to really contemplate. I'll put the link to the audiobook in the comments as well that talks about this subject because it is very insightful. And I don't know if we can do this. I guess we can. We have all the non-player characters that abound in this realm that keep the matrix going, but I think if enough of us wake up, we can turn the tables. But we have to be doing something. We can't just wake up and go, oh yeah, I see what's going on, but I'm going to still wear my mask and go get the jab and, do these things because the government says I should do them, or not do these things because the government says I should do them. Like people are ratting on their neighbors and family and friends, and they know it's not right. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they are the non-player characters just following, keeping the program going. But whatever. I think we can turn it around if we get to the critical mass, the so-called 100th monkey effect. And we can shift this paradigm to a paradigm of love and cooperation instead of fear and scarcity. It's high time. 2022 is the year. Things are changing, in case you haven't noticed. And we are having a paradigm shift. That's for sure. So where do we want to go? Do we want to go into technocracy and AI, or do we want to go back to nature and to love and compassion and caring and cooperation and being able to enjoy each other's company instead of always trying to worry about what people think of us and whether we, live up, status-wise, if we have the right shoes or the right handbag or the right car or the right phone, so everybody, can, we can be part of this whole thing. We have to get out of that mindset and get over it and get back to basics. We're all, so many people are living beyond their means. And then a lot of people, they're making money, so what do? They just go spend it on stuff they don't need. And there's, while we still have to use money, it is currency, current, which is, uses energy. They go with each other. They're mirrors of each other in a way. So, let's use that money for good causes and not just wasting it trying to, keep this unsustainable system going. Because if you just look at all the packaging for new goods, that's mind-boggling. Much less the goods. And then we have the planned obsolescence on anything with moving parts. We need to get simple again, and start dealing with these kinds of things. But in the end, we can all do certain things, to start with, and that is don't buy what we don't need. And if we do really need something, buy it pre-owned. I mean, simple, simple, simple. So let's make a pact to at least all do that. And just always, always, always focus on what you want, because we are manifesting this reality. So please do not be in the fear and scarcity mindset. We have abundance enough for everyone, and there's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. You will continue to go on once this avatar is not here any longer. So do not fear death or anything. There's no need to fear anything. Live in love, live in abundance. And if you have that mindset, you'll have that life. It's that simple. So take care and keep your pots positive and on the love side.